Idiom request for describing an uncrowded or a deserted place. Is there any idiom for describing an uncrowded/a deserted place? I mean a place with few or no people in there. We say in Persian, not a single bird is/was flying there. I.e. there is/was so uncrowded/vacant or empty/deserted. Like in one yesterday I went to the movie theater but not a single bird was flying there in that time, actually I was the only audience. My friend had invited me for dinner. When I arrived the main street, I noticed that not a single bird was flying there. It was so scary that I ran towards my friend's apartment hastily. I have found ghost town for describing a town with few or no inhabitants, but I'm looking for an idiom or expression that could be used for describing other uncrowded/deserted places too.
Ghost town is really the most common way to express this sentiment. I would say 90% of the time I've heard the idiom in practice it was not referring specifically to an actual town.
I think the equivalent idiom in English would be to say not a soul was there. At least that would be the case in Britain. I went to the cinema and, apart from me, there wasn't a soul there. In the main street, there wasn't a soul. It was so scary. And thanks to the comment of it pretty second, I have remembered it would be even more idiomatic to say, as regards the street. And there wasn't a soul to be seen. That doesn't work quite so well with the cinema, however. But at Elian's example of there wasn't a living soul would perhaps fit with either.
One reasonably common and well understood comparison for a deserted place, if it's a place that one might expect to be busy, and in British English at least, is the Mary Celeste. So many people were off sick yesterday, the office was like the Mary Celeste. Or, I was expecting the cinema to be packed on a Friday night, but it was like the Mary Celeste in there. As the Wikipedia article notes, the name is often misreported as the Marie Celeste.
You could simply say that it was dead in there. Of a place or time, characterized by a lack of activity or excitement.
You might consider. Ain't nobody/no one here but us chickens. Q. What is the origin of the phrase just us chickens? A. The closest I can come is a reference in the Random House Historical Dictionary of American Slang. Supposedly nobody here but us chickens was the punchline of a joke about a chicken thief who is surprised in the act by the farmer. The reference book doesn't go into detail, but I would guess the farmer says something like who's there? Later the punchline alone became a jocular catchphrase. Grammarphobia nobody here but us chickens, the old woman said with a chuckle. Youth and other science fiction stories. Hardly a packed house. Even though it was a late lunch and hardly a packed house, it was nice to have friendly and prompt service. Bar smart. Just me and the four walls, just me and the streetlights, just me and the lamppost. It was just me and the lamppost all evening, waiting for Dad the Penguin Man. Yesterday I went to the movie theater but there was just me and the four walls in there. My friend had invited me to dinner. When I hit the main street, I realized that there was just me and the streetlights/twilight. It was so scary that I hastily ran toward my friend's apartment.
He was so drunk, isn't your body